G'day, John for the Hot End. Today I've got an item that was sent to us by Banggood to do a review on, not our normal 3D printer stuff. This is a tablet. Okay, we're back, and this is a tablet that, as I said, was sent to us by Banggood. Probably depending on which way you look at it, the best or worst person to review this, because this tablet runs Windows 10 and I don't use Windows 10. It's all new to me. Now I've actually got it turned on inside the box. It's called an All-Do Cube tablet, and I'll just go through the specs for you, just a few of the more important ones. It's very small print, so bear with me. It's a 2.6 gigahertz CPU is an Intel Core M3-7Y30, has 4 gig of DDR3L RAM. Display is 10.6 inch, 1920 by 1080. The GPU is an Intel Gen 9 LP HD615, and that's probably about all you want to know, except that it's Windows 10 based. Okay, this is it. It's your standard tablet format. You can use it in landscape or portrait, whichever you prefer. I've been using this for about 2 weeks and found it actually quite nice to use. The screen is really nice. It's got a bit of weight to it, so it's nice to hold. The resolution on it is really, really nice. So I'm just going to bring up a YouTube video here so that you can get a bit of an idea of what it looks like. Anthony in post-production will do some more in-depth on actually using it. I've used this for photo editing, I've used it for watching movies, and okay, there we go, there's a bloke I seem to know. He's doing a review. As you can see, it's nice and sharp. It's 1080p HD. And you're watching it on a 4K video, so it should look pretty damn good. Alright, sound is coming out 2 speakers at the bottom, so it's stereo. You don't need to see him anymore. I'll just get rid of him. He's gone. Okay, as I said, nice and easy to use. I'm not a Windows 10 person. As I said, my main machine is a MacBook Pro and I use an iPad, so I can't compare apples with apples as far as with any other Windows 10 tablet, but I quite like it. It connects via Wi-Fi quickly. It's got the, if I can get it up here, sketch pad, so that you can write with your finger or whatever, a stylus, and do all sorts of stuff. You can use it as a pad for editing photos, that sort of thing. All in all, quite versatile. It does a few more things than the iPad does, and I like it. I will say that I ran a bench test on it, which tests things like the GPU, the CPU and the RAM, and on the system that I ran, it came up with a score of 808. Now, it compared it to a base model laptop, and as compared to a base model laptop, the CPU and the RAM were marginally better. The GPU was 47% better than a base model laptop. So that tells you that the graphics on this is pretty good. This thing is around the $350 US. So when you compare that to my MacBook or compare it to an iPad, that's pretty good. My MacBook had a score on the same bench test of 980 and this was 808, so that should tell you something. There was one thing that I didn't like about it, or two things actually. One thing was when you plug it in to recharge with the included charger, it seems to me to get inordinately hot around the battery area, which I'm guessing is in here. And if you're using it while charging it, it gets even hotter, almost to the point where it's uncomfortable to hold. I guess if you had a stand or something and a separate keyboard, that would negate that, but I found it a bit of a problem with it, but it may not be to you. But that was the only thing I found. Everything else worked really nicely on it. It's a nice tablet. As I said, it's very nice to look at, nice to hold, nice to use. Would I recommend it? If I was a Windows person, definitely. As I said, I use an iPad, but there are some things I know that aren't Apple friendly. So those of you that run Windows 10 and need something interchangeable with your PC at home or whatever, definitely worth looking at. It would be very handy for someone in business. Instead of carrying a bulky laptop around, you carry this around. It does everything that Windows 10 does. It's basically a PC in your hand. So you can check your emails, you can send and receive video clips. It's got a nice camera in it. I'm not sure what the specs on the camera are, but it's got a nice camera. You could record meetings for uni students. You could record your lecturers. I don't know what you have in America. You have professors or whatever. And you can even do the hand note thing. You Windows 10 people know what I'm talking about. So there you have it, a nice tablet. Would I recommend it? Certainly I would. Okay, next on our list is, I think we've got a 3D printer to do, which happens to be sitting beside me. So tune in for the next one, which will be on another Delta. Okay, see you next time.